All right, we have here another midpoint problem, and in this case we have a segment AB, which I'll just sketch out real quickly. So here's point A, and here's point B. And M is the midpoint, so M is exactly in between. We know AM and MB are congruent. And it tells us that AM has a length of 3x plus 7, and that MB has a length of 6x minus 5. And it wants us to figure out the total length of this segment. And at first glance, it might seem like there's not enough information here, but we're going to figure out that there is. The goal in these situations is anytime you can write an equation setting something equal to something else, you want to try it. So in this case, we know that this segment here is congruent to this segment here, these lengths. And we know this is the length of segment AM, and this is the length of segment MB. So we can write an equation that says 3x plus 7 equals 6x minus b. And at this point, you might not, minus 5. And even at this point, you might not know what your end goal is, but we can just start by writing this because we know it's true. And we have an equation here with one unknown. We should be able to solve for this. So if we subtract 3x from each side to start, we're going to have 7 equals 3x minus 5. And then if we add 5 to each side, we will get 12 equals 3x. We can divide each side by 3, and we can get x equals 4. Now this is not the final answer. This tells us what x is. We want to find the total length of the segment. So I'm going to take this x, I'm going to plug it into these lengths. So if I plug in 4 to this equation, 3 times 4 is 12, plus 7 is 19. So this length is 19. And if I plug x in for this segment, 6 times 4 is 24, minus 5 is 19. Now this should not be surprising. This is actually a good check for ourselves, because if this is truly the midpoint, these segments have to be equal, and in this case they are. They're both 19. The question asks for the total length of segment AB from here to here, so it's simply going to be 19 plus 19, which we will get 38. And so this is sort of very similar to the segment addition type problems where we set up an equation, we solve for x, and then we apply x appropriately, and in the process it will often tell us if we've done it correctly or not, as long as we're taking our time and make sure we do that step. So that is it for today. Until next time, I am Derek Genova. Have a delightful day.